And to talk you through it, it's former World Rugby Sevens Player of the Year, Ollie Phillips. And a very good evening to Johnny Hammond.
River Cox, thank you very much indeed. Cup quarter-final time. Often the best games at these Sevens tournaments. And South Africa, well, they're the team, aren't they? 4 titles on the spin. The first time they've done that in their history. Only New Zealand and Fiji have done that before them. Title number 5 is in their sights, but they will have to get through Canada first. The first time they've met at a cup quarter-final for some 5 years now. Vancouver was the last time they did that. You can see on the head-to-heads that South Africa dominant not only over Canada, but many sides as well. Not lost a cup quarter-final since London in 2019. Stars throughout the South African side. For Canada, Werner, the captain. They started with this tournament well, didn't they, with a victory over Kenya and Wales. Much improved from Dubai or Canada, even with some 10 players left at home. And one great commentator. This, Ollie Phillips, would be a huge, huge upset.
An enormous upset, especially considering the performance of Canada in Dubai. Could barely buy a win, and yet here they are. They find themselves in the cup quarter-final against the most formidable side in World Sevens at the moment. But you see those results there. A narrow victory against Kenya. They've really found their form today, despite a heavy defeat against France yesterday. But their performance against Wales was encouraging. But the critical bit, as always, of these things, Johnny, is they're going to have to make sure they control possession, and against South Africa, that is a tough ask.
Really is a very, very tough ask. Overall, Canada won one of the last 24 games against the Blitzbok. There was a bronze medal final in Vancouver in 2020, the only side to beat them on the men's side from the Rainbow Nation. First cup quarter-final here then in Malaga. Canada against South Africa, the series leaders, and it's South Africa who take the kick-off. Up and away. Selwyn Davids. Have to make these tackles, don't they, Canada, in this cup quarter-final. This pocket got such a huge range of where they can attack from, how they can attack. It'll be right in their faces the whole time. Zane Davids goes in. Penalty against South Africa, though.
That's really good disciplined defence from Canada, just keeping tight in the middle, not falling for some of their hot steppers, the South African hot steppers in the middle, staying disciplined.
Neil Powell off to the Sharks after the Sevens World Cup in Cape Town later this year.
It's really good commitment there from Mora for Canada. Just goes into the ruck, competing hard. As a result, forces the turnover. Can Canada capitalise now? They're on the edge of the South African 22.
Mora. Good intervention there. Canada with this possession. If South Africa don't have the ball, they can't score. Easier said than done, of course. Physical as we'd expect. So good width here, though, Canada. It's again with a hard shoulder on Werner. Werner just rides the tackle and resets again for Canada. Coast to coast here. Yesterday, so from Canada in this first cup quarter-final.
It's been a bit lateral so far from Canada. Good width, but they just need to be a little bit more direct.
They have the penalty coming.
One thing you can guarantee about this South African side, they are disciplined and they are as fit as a fiddle. They'll go all day long if they need to, so you must challenge them, test them in your attacking shapes.
Jose Pretorius. He was fabulous tournament. A couple of tournaments out in the desert in Dubai before Christmas. Tall, rangy player.
Go, Mark.
Good start here from Canada, though. Got a couple of penalties, haven't they? Got to get their set piece right, they do. Through Teal, captain, he's back. Say that the old curse of the commentator, say Davids. Flies it out wide. Say let's kick that ball ahead because there's so much space there. But Sauder does well to charge down and then re-energise this attack for Canada. Stepping now.
Come on!
More.
Rolling.
Canada had the ball, no advantage played.
Interesting tactic. The last two penalties Canada won. They've gone to the corner. They've clearly a tactic to back their line up. As you said, Johnny, they lost the last one.
You had to use it, Blitz. You had to use it, yeah.
They're going back to it. They're trusting it again. See there, for me, you want to get a little bit closer.
Yeah.
Again, they've backed their line out, haven't they?
Hold.
It's obviously a tactic that Henry Paul, the head coach, has observed. Wants to run off the line out.
Got to be brave here, Canada. Got to be patient. Core skills have got to be right on the money. Has it gone backwards from Mora? Did it come off a South African hand?
I think that's a back. I think that goes backwards there. That's not a knock on. I think the referee's called that wrong. Francisco Gonzalez. It's definitely a spillage from Canada. But these are the moments you need to go your way against these guys. Breaks the tackle. That is off South Africa. That is not off the Canadians. That is a try.
That's off JC Pretorius, and you've got to say it's a huge. Of course, they're human, aren't they, the referees? But that's a certain try for Canada.
They've got the TMO as well. I don't know why they don't go upstairs and use it.
It's foul play, isn't it? And tries in South Africa, as they often do, just breaking away now. Lovell.
Rock.
Getting back though, Canada, aren't they? Zane Davids, his big frame in there to just try and turn that ball over, but Canada will have to be patient again. Cooper Coates does the sensible thing, just goes back to his support.
Release.
Tries to keep this ball again, still without score here. Cup quarter-final, number one. Australia, USA following this one.
Off it.
Tell you what, the precision of breakdown from Canada at the moment is excellent, because that is where South Africa pride themselves. They attack you hard, their body position is brilliant, they make good decisions, and so far, Canada are answering them.
But there's no better side in most aspects of the game at the moment when you've won the last 26 games, but their identification at the breakdown is absolutely exemplary, isn't it, South Africa? But Canada, as you say, have realised that Henry Paul's such a clever rugby brain.
See there, he gets pinged for going off his feet, but I think he's, to be honest, I think looking at that, he's pretty unlucky.
It's been incredibly interesting.
Advantage not gone.
0-0 so far. So far, of course, we say. Because this is South Africa. JC Pretorius stretching those legs, getting the pistons going. Lovell can't take it, it's knocked on. And Mora says thank you very much. We are seconds away from the half-time hooter.
Uncharacteristic mistake from South Africa, but that's what this defensive form and just the keeping possession's doing for them, for Canada. And could this be a yellow card for a deliberate knockdown from South Africa?
Can you? Sorry.
Let's just speak to the assistant referee on that far side.
I didn't see it. That's knock on. Okay, scrum, red. Knock on, scrum.
See there, that is just the wrong call again for me. Canada twice now on the wrong side of that as a deliberate knockdown from South Africa. The touch judge has got to help the ref a bit more there.
Crouch.
Last scrum at 8 seconds left. Could Canada see this first half out. It would be brilliant if they could. It's half time. Free kick, and they do say that will do for the half, and it is first cup quarter-final. Team going for history are being held scoreless, half-time. South Africa 0, Canada 0. Tactically, Henry Paul and his team absolutely on the money.
Absolutely on point, executing it to the T. They've been on the wrong side of a decision for me, but the critical bit now is, can they sustain that level of intensity? One thing I can answer for you is South Africa definitely can.
One more in, and now.
Had the lion's share of possession need to do. 5 passes to South Africa's 9. Coates having his say. Carries to 10.
We'll get a chance. We fucking scored. We're gonna get a few chances. We're only gonna get a few chances.
Apologies for the fruity language. Means that much, doesn't it? Cup quarter-finals, Neil Powell. Intense, isn't he? Lovely fella. So he's staying in the same hotel as all the players. Had a quick chat with him. So, do you love it? Yeah, absolutely, I love it. It's many sacrifices for the kids and the wife at home. This is part of the decision to move into 15s to be faced by the Sharks, but for now, another title. Nil-nil, who would have predicted that before this cup quarter-final started? As you say, the key question is, can Henry Paul's men sustain this for another 7 minutes?
I'll be honest, Johnny, it's going to come from this restart.
Great.
It's the one area where South Africa have been a little bit fragile this weekend. They've only managed to retain 1 restart from the whole series that they've had in their group stages. If Canada can take this, they retain the ball, continue to frustrate this South African side, they've got a shout. But they will throw the kitchen sink at them right now, South Africa.
All 7 up in that front line, just behind the 10-metre line. High, hanging, Davids. It's bounced into the arms of St. Davids. Pretorius. There's a zip and an energy, isn't there? Look at that pass. Fabulous. Who's going to win this race? Canada in the end. There was some constructive running, should we say, from the Canadians. Didn't want to let Selwyn Davids through, and they get the penalty as well.
Well, there's some smart running lines, as you said there, because that man has got pace, and he hit those afterburners. You could see the Maple Leafs just hanging on for dear life.
These penalties are costing South Africa. And the breakdown as well, one of their areas of absolute expertise.
Well, penalty count so far reads 5 to South Africa, nothing to Canada. Soon, surely, there's got to be a yellow card coming if they keep racking up those penalties from South African perspective.
56 tries, so now it's just looking good. 57 got one in the final, didn't he? Let's do by one. Canada again, though, with the possession.
That's the first unforced error, really. I mean, it's a good tackle, but poor decision from Canada.
On the line.
And this is where South Africa could be very dangerous now. First bit of real possession in the red zone. He knows it. Look at that shot. He knows he shouldn't be going into touch, but let's see if Canada can rally to the cause in defence.
Club it up. Mr. Hazen on for South Africa. Fresh legs, tall men, rangy men, powerful men. Just trying to change this game, just tilt it the way of the series leaders. Side going for their 5th straight title. Victory 27 on the bounce. Zane Davids, the battering ram. Oosthuizen was there, but Canada have got it there, and they've got a boot in there as well. But who's going to pick this up? Playing advantage to South Africa. It's still 0-0.
Come back here.
Go all the way back, says the referee.
At the tackle.
Scrum down to South Africa.
God, it's tense, isn't it? It is really tense out here. You can feel the tension is palpable. South Africa can't get into their flow, and you have to credit Canada for that.
I'm going here.
Huge credit. They were
Close, please.
very poor in Dubai.
Crouch.
Come here, beaten Kenya
Fine.
first up. Good showing against Wales as well. Struggled against France.
Hold. Oh, no.
They go on that left-hand side, but it's inaccurate from South Africa to start with. Grobbelaar, kick step, and there it is. There's the first try. Oh, the semi-finals. Oosthuizen with a 5-pointer.
Well, it's ugly. Real inaccuracy, which is just uncharacteristic for South Africa. Passes going wayward. But it's that little fluky bounce pass that comes off the shoulder straight into Oosthuizen's hands. And he walks through 2 Canadian tackles. And every point will count in this game. Where does the kick go?
It's out wide, is it? Off the bar. The full 7 points.
That could really make the difference, to be honest, Johnny, in this game. It's so tight. 3 minutes left on the clock. Canada have to score a converted try. That is a tough challenge against this South African unit.
Bobbling around. Grobbelaar. Being held up, didn't get a knee to ground. And Sorda was there. And they've taken it in South Africa, and Canada get the scrum.
That is absolutely outstanding. You can hear Solder in the microphone calling to the ref, shouting maul, maul, maul. The moment he knows it is, he's on the ball, seals it off. That is a turnover. Brilliant stuff. Look, holds him up, stays strong in the tackle, wraps around the ball. He's talking the whole way through, talking to the ref. And the moment he hears, yes, it's a maul, he doesn't need to let that go. Brilliant play.
Feeds the scrum from Cooper Coates, and he's under pressure, but gets it away. Got to go from distance here, Canada. 7-0 up, South Africa. Double champions in the desert. Wins in Vancouver and Edmonton as well. What a hit.
Huge hit. I mean, Canada messing around in their own 22. They've got to be a bit more direct here in the midfield. Engage some people, just going very lateral.
What a hit that was. Cooper Coates trying to change things up. He's trying to drift it over the top.
Play on.
Zane Davids has knocked it on. Referee says, well, we may as well play on then. Canada have the advantage. Now it's side entry from Grobbelaar. Minute 14 left. Canada with the possession and with a penalty as well.
Well, I think you can see, look at the hit that comes in here. This is enormous. What a smash that is from Ndlovu. And what you can start to see now on some of the Canadian faces, they're just fatigued. It's so attritional playing against this South African unit. But they've got to be direct now off this line out, win the ball, engage them in the middle. 2 lateral, moving side to side. It's easy to defend. Ask some questions, preserve the space. Come on, Canada. Everyone around the world's willing you to do this.
No play.
I wonder if Gareth Rees is on the edge of his seat.
Back on.
Well, so let's respect to South Africa. They're such a good side. They're so good at everything they do. If you're going to beat them, you have to be your absolute best.
Oh, they tried something, didn't they? Canada to try and get themselves back in the game. One tiny mistake, and South Africa pounce. Justin Hadul doubles it up for South Africa.
Oh, it's a killer for that man in short, Henry Paul. He knows the impact, the significance that is. Sauder tries to go in short, it's just the execution of the pass. They just get caught out. But this South African side feed off turnover, they feed off your mistakes. And they've made Canada pay.
13th try for him. He books a place into the semi-finals for South Africa, but boy, wasn't it a struggle. Tip of the hat to Canada, but it's South Africa now into that semi-final. South Africa 14, Canada 0 in the first of the Cup.